Hi, Rami.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Rami tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through a season or episodes or parts or whatever of a thing.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Rami?
We're doing the Ultimatum.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Our favorite show.
The newest season?
Newest season.
Okay.
This is this is season 2.
Oh.
Because apparently, fuck queer love. Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rude.
That's like a different series for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know. It's stupid. Anyway.
All right. Well, we didn't quite make it 30 seconds before we dropped an F-bomb, so that's fine. We're not monetized anyway.
You could bleep it, too. Or, that's fine.
That would be a stark change for us. All right. Anyway.
If it happens one day.
Someday.
We'll have to, but until then. Okay.
Okay. Ultimatum Season 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're also only covering episodes 1 through 4 today.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
All right. So, we get to name some couples.
Wow, they don't look happy together. Holy shit. Both of them look dead inside.
Fair.
All right. Note to any first-time listeners, any photos we reference will be available both on the YouTube version of our podcast and our Instagram with our Much Ado Some Shit. Here's a couple. He has his arm around her. They're holding hands, and both of them are dead inside.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's Jason and she's Chelsea.
Oh, no. Again, for some reason, I'm like, very similar. It's not. It's not at all. This is Antonio and Roxanne.
Okay. They shouldn't be together. They don't look happy at all. They can't even fake it. The light in their eyes is gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Antonio issued the ultimatum.
Okay.
They've been together for 4 years.
Okay.
So she has, like, ridiculous standards. She's like, I want a driven, ambitious guy who's working all the time, that hustle. I have a business that I started 3 years ago.
Okay, so you want somebody who will spend no time with you.
Exactly.
And then that'll be the problem. Cool. Also, you've been with this man for 4 years.
Yeah.
Make up your damn mind. Do you like him or not?
Mm-hmm. And then he's, like, kind of scared of her in a way. Because he's like, that's just, like, not my vibe. I'm a little more chill. But then he also, so he kind of feels like he's just now started to get, like a career type of job.
Sure.
When they first got together, he was working at McDonald's.
Bitch, if you really wanted that, you wouldn't have dated a guy working at McDonald's.
Right, exactly.
You're fooling yourself.
Well, and
if
then
that is your standard, that is not where you shop for a boyfriend.
Right. At one point, Roxanne is like, I really love Antonio. I would do anything for him, except marry him right now. It's like, okay, right now or ever. Anyway. No, stop that.
All right.
Okay, who are these two?
They at least look happier.
Yeah, fair.
They are holding hands uncomfortably, but
it's a weird positioning. Honestly, the two that we've seen so far, it's a weird hand position.
It is, but the last couple, it looked more natural. This couple, it definitely looks like
this is like a JCPenney.
It's very JCPenney. Yeah. Holy shit.
The only thing that's missing is her arm or like hand on top of his.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all that's missing. Yeah. No. They at least look like they still have life in them, which is nice. Mm-hmm. His name's Michael.
Okay.
And she's Michelle.
No.
Aww.
This is Trey and Raya.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Trey issued the ultimatum.
Okay.
They've been together for 2 years. But, okay, it's all over the place. Because he issued the ultimatum, but she's like, he's not romantic enough.
Okay.
And she's also, like, unsure of, like, if she wants marriage, if she wants, you know, everything. You know, she's just unsure of absolutely everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And he's like, he's ready.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. It's awkward. We love it. We love to
Okay.
see it.
So good.
Who are these two?
Chase and Rhonda.
You're right with the R on her name.
Roxy.
No. It's traditionally a masculine name.
Rick. What do you want from me?
My name's not Rick. No, it's Ryan.
Oh.
With 2 N's.
Oh, gotcha. It's funny I didn't think of that because I have like 3 Ryans in my life.
Oh, weird.
Probably why I didn't think of it. I'm at capacity for Ryans.
Fair enough.
Too many.
It's like my workplace. There's too many Rays.
Yeah.
So this is Ryan and James.
Okay.
Yeah. So she issued the ultimatum. They've been together. Do you want to take a guess?
8 years.
7.
Oh.
So close. They're high school sweethearts.
Oh.
He just graduated college.
Ooh. Oh, whoa.
I think he spent a couple extra years.
Okay.
Because he's some fancy engineer.
Okay.
But
so
yeah.
maybe he's like 23 or 24.
Yeah.
They are babies.
They are babies.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think the years in high school count.
No. Right. That's why when anybody is like, "Oh, you guys were together," I'm like, "No," and we're okay with that. We're very happy that we like developed as people.
Right. You got together once you were turned out.
Yeah.
You and your husband instead of
spit out by the collegiate system as well.
Yep. Yep. Fuck that. Yeah.
This says someone who went for what, 4 years?
3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
Finished early.
Good for you.
Look, we're in the same place.
I know someone with a journalism degree, and you don't have a journalism degree, and you've done more journalism.
And I was a journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm somewhat using my performance arts experience, but not for my career.
No, for your hobby.
Yeah, my incredibly expensive hobby.
Look,
it's fine.
Very few people actually use their fucking degrees. Just
seriously.
follow your heart. Anyway, wow, this has nothing to do with this
We started
couple.
this podcast so late today because we just want to bullshit.
It's a fuckery kind of day, guys.
Yeah.
So this couple has been together since high school.
Yeah.
High school years don't count.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't yourselves yet.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. You're the prototype versions of yourself, but it's like who you are becomes more solidified when you're like closer to 30, when your brain's fully developed.
Yes, and I also like, as much as I don't love college, I do feel like that secondary education is so important to like
Development.
and just like figuring out that people do shit different.
Yeah.
Okay, who are these two?
Chloe and Zion.
Oh, no. Left field, I love it.
Yeah.
This is
Look,
Kat.
I'm trying to expand my repertoire. Here.
Yes, your
Good
name
cat.
bank.
Yes, instead of just the same 7 names.
The next
I
person
use.
can't be Michael. The next man can't be Michael.
We'll see. Okay.
You'll be slightly right if you do say Michael, but no.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is Kat and Alex.
Okay.
She issued the ultimatum.
Okay.
We'll talk about them later.
Okay.
I don't care about them very much. Anyway, who are these two?
They also don't look super stoked to be.
The way that her hand is like
It looks
on
like
him.
she wants to push him away.
Oh, see,
is
to
what it
me,
looks
this looks
like
like
to
a
me.
pregnancy photo. This looks like an MPreg photo to me. I am so sorry to this couple
Okay.
for saying that, but it does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it's not like it's just her hand placement.
It is.
And like
he doesn't
the
look
like weird like 2/3 angle.
angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's not a big guy.
No.
It's just, yeah, that, yep.
It's the awkward hand placement.
It's the awkward
Anyway,
hands.
what are their names, though?
Ashley and Ben.
Yeah, hey, you took my hint. You're right with the B.
Damn.
This is Lisa and Brian. I almost said Michael.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, in our year of doing this, I've gotten one name right.
Yeah.
And that was completely organic, too. Like,
Seriously.
no hints or whatever.
And that was like, that was not.
That was early in
It really was. It was like episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wild.
And
Wild
never
shit.
again.
Never again.
Yep.
No.
We were like, oh, we should make something special for when I guess one right. Never happens again.
Never happens again.
All
No.
right. Someday.
Someday. So this is Brian and Lisa.
Okay.
She issued the ultimatum.
Okay.
They've been together for 2 years. And when asked, like, okay, well, why do you want to be married? She's like, well, like, our family is like, you guys have been together. Like, why hasn't it happened yet?
That's not a good reason.
And she wants a ring. That's kind of what it is.
Okay. That's also not a good reason.
Right? Yeah.
I adore her hair, though. Like,
Yeah, her hair's
God,
very
it's
gorgeous.
so shiny and
Mhm.
perfect in this picture. Oh, my
Mhm.
God. Anyway, yeah, no. Nope.
Right.
Because, no, families will always ask, like, oh, hey, you've been together. When are you getting married? When are you having kids?
Mhm.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. And you can just
Mhm.
say, bye.
Exactly. Like, I love talking to newly married couples,
Mhm.
and they're just like, I'm like, okay, like, what's next for y'all? And they're always just like, oh, everybody's asking about kids and blah.
Blah.
We want to, like, travel. We want to do this first, And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
Do it.
do it. Kids
Screw
change
you.
your life.
Please, don't ask about our fucking habits, please.
Yep.
Okay, and now we have our everybody photo.
All right.
Okay, so it's their final night as a couple.
Roxanne. Sorry.
Fair. And then I've got our original couples like next to each other, except for Brian and Lisa, which are right on top.
Brian looks miserable.
Yeah, he do.
He doesn't
do.
look happy to be here.
No. I mean, he
bro,
doesn't
are you
want
okay?
to, but it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Antonio looks pretty miserable, too.
We finally get a little bit more information on Kat and Alex.
Okay.
Kat wants to marry Alex, but Alex is like, I haven't had time to propose. We've been so busy, like, going on trips and stuff. And it's like, just buy a fucking ring, dude. If that's, anyway. But it's also very clear that, like, they aren't on the same page and that they have a hard time communicating.
Yikes.
Like, they just have a hard time, like, putting their feelings into words.
Okay.
It's weird.
Okay.
Raya wants to, like, have stuff together before she gets married. Like, she wants to have her finances in order. She wants to have, like, a career that she likes. She wants to, like, have her stuff together. Trey has that, but Raya doesn't.
Okay.
So that's kind of, like, where
Sure.
their issue is.
Okay.
But we also find out, like, she's not sure if she wants kids, like, at all. But Trey, like, wants to be with her regardless of if she wants kids or not.
Okay.
So,
Well,
which does scare me a little bit as, like, a child-free person, but I digress.
I mean, if it sounds like he's fine either way.
Yeah.
Which a lot of folks are.
They're talking about this kids thing, and he's like, I think, like, I would need to think about that a little bit more, but at the same time, like, I want to be with you no matter what. So,
do you have to think about it more? Or?
exactly. Yeah, it's a little wishy-washy.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
Because, like, I don't want kids of my own, but I want to be an auntie. Like, when my sister has kids, I want, that kid to be able to run into my house, have an open door policy and just, like, oh, child is here. I do like kids. I just don't want
I get that.
them myself.
Right, totally.
But I like them because I can give them back.
Mm-hmm.
I get them for when they're cute and happy, and then it's like, oh, they're upset. Back to mom and dad.
Right. That's why I love, like, my specific interaction with kids, because I read to kids in drag.
Yeah.
And the just, like, joy and that it brings them and, like, the very safe space that it gives. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. And
Yeah.
I'm with these kids for, like, an hour tops.
Uh-huh.
And bye.
Fair.
Oh, and I have stickers with my face on them. Kids love that.
I love
This
it.
last one I did, I was like, do you want a sticker? And this kid was like, yeah. And then goes to the next drag queen and goes, do you have a sticker? Drag queen
love
was
it.
like, no.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just trying to give these things away.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, God, I love it
anyway,
so much.
my face has evolved since then.
Yes.
Anyway.
No, I just, like, kids are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And some are pretty goddamn cute.
Yeah.
And so when you'd get, like, those like, tidbits of a kid being cute and fucking funny,
yeah.
it's great.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah. So it's like you can like kids and not want them. Like,
Right,
you
yeah.
can,
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Roxanne and Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne just wants Antonio to be more, like, driven and ambitious. And he's like, okay, that's, like, not super me. Like, I'm newer to this field that I'm in. And, you know, like.
Gotta build up some confidence first.
Yeah.
Having a supportive partner might also help.
Yeah, just a little bit. Who knows?
Um,
He also is like, if you don't say yes to, like, my proposal at the end of this, then I'm gone. So, there's that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we shift over to Lisa and Brian. Lisa asks, like, why aren't you ready? And he's like, I don't know if it's that I'm not ready, but maybe I just feel a little forced.
Yeah, he just looks fucking miserable.
He really does.
No light in his eyes.
And Lisa's like, I want marriage before kids, and she brings up the biological clock.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much longer than people think.
It is.
It's until you hit menopause. People can have kids well into their 40s.
It is just, I do completely understand, like, because I was thinking about it, like, if I could have kids, I wouldn't, like, I'm, you know, nearing 30.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to. Because, like, as a fat person already, they're going to be like, you're unhealthy for a baby. And on top of that, once you get closer to, like, 29, 30, it's a what is that called? A geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah, that's not real.
Oh, totally, no.
So
but so many doctors are still, like, on that
still
shit.
Say it, but
and
that mean they can be wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
Frankly,
and
my mom.
I just understand not wanting to deal with it.
Well, I understand not wanting to deal with a baby in your 40s, because also, like, by the time your kid's grown up, like, you're gonna be older. Like, it's gonna be, you're not gonna be in their lives as long, which is hard.
Yeah.
But, like, my mom had me at 35.
Right. Yeah.
Zero problems, because she was still, like, 2 decades away from menopause.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, it's like she waited and could have kept waiting.
Yeah.
You know, but
it's definitely possible. I do understand why people don't want to wait.
I get it, but also don't be pressured by a statistics that's literally based on rural France from hundreds of years ago.
Very, very fair. Yep.
That's some bullshit.
Yep.
Anyway, like, I guess I'd rather wait so I have more financial stability.
Fair.
Because theoretically, you have more as you get older. I'm not sure that's true anymore. Viva la revolution. But anyway.
Okay, so she brings up the biological clock,
Yikes.
and is like, what's going to change when we get married? We already function like a married couple.
Yeah.
They end the night, like, on a pretty good note. But then Lisa, we don't see what happens before then, but we show Lisa being awake at 2 a.m. and she, like, wants to leave and go home. But Brian is like, no, like, stay here, calm down, like, let's talk this out and everything. Like, it's weird.
Huh.
It's weird.
Okay.
Also, side note, her lashes are amazing. Shout out to her lash artist.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't get over it. Anyway.
Fair. Okay, so Ryan thinks that James is excited to break up. She, like, teases him about it, and he's like, I didn't say all of that. And it's a thing.
Yikes. I hate quote-unquote jokes like that.
It's weird.
It's so uncomfortable.
It is.
Because it's like, you're not even trying to pretend you're being funny. You're just...
Yeah.
You just don't want to say what you want to say. So you're trying to make it a joke, but everything is bad.
If you don't like each other, don't be together.
Yeah, just
it's not that hard.
Fucking sunk cost. They're kids, whatever. Let's keep going.
Lisa wants. So now we're in our dating portion. Lisa wants to talk to the guys who issued the ultimatum because she thinks she'll have more in common with them.
Sure.
Brian talks about how, like, knowing when you want to marry someone will just, like, click. It'll just, like, feel right.
I don't know about that, man.
Right?
I don't think anything having to do with these feelings is like fairy tale shit. I think relationships.
Fairy tale, though.
I think relationships are work, and you have to make the choices that are right for you and yours. But no. Have your fairy tale shit, I guess.
So he talks about that with Roxanne and Raya.
Okay.
Who are both like, yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
James tells Raya that his ex, Ryan, is closed off and that he's not with that. Yeah.
Is this how the kids speak these days?
Apparently.
All right.
Yes. And he says, like, conversation with Raya feels very natural.
God, this is all uncomfy.
It's so uncomfy.
My body language just, like, closed off.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. All right.
Then we see conversation between Trey and Ryan.
They
They find out that they're basically from the same place.
Okay.
Like, they're literally, like, town next to each other type.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a restaurant in Ryan's hometown that Trey loves to go to all the time. And the conversation with them is flowing.
Nice.
So during their, like, dating week, at the end of it, they have, like, a night out.
Okay.
So it's everybody at the same bar.
Okay.
Lisa and Brian have a conversation, and she hates that he's talking to other women. And she's like, I don't think it should be this hard for me to, like, get you to marry me, basically.
I mean, this show isn't a place to go to make your relationship healthy.
No.
It's a place to get money, get social media followers, and break up.
Yeah. Well, breaking up is the good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, Roxanne and Alex talk about being very similar to each other and how their partners are their opposites.
Okay.
Raya and Brian.
Dear fucking God.
Raya Brian.
Too many close names.
Seriously.
Fucking, okay.
Talk about romance. And Lisa gets pissed and ruins their conversation. Lisa, like, comes up and sits down and is like, oh, what are you talking about? And is like, Raya, maybe you should go find Trey. And Raya's like, I don't know where he is. He could be over there. I don't know where he is. So Raya leaves.
Like, okay, I don't like when people are jealous in this context where your partner's literally dating other people, but you are also... This is just... No one would be completely okay.
Exactly.
You know? It's like, trust your partners. Don't be jealous. But this is not good for anything.
No.
This is all just so bad. Okay.
So bad. Lisa is, like, super rude from the get-go about this and talks about how... So Raya works at Hooters.
Okay.
And Lisa is like, oh, that Hooters bitch.
Don't...
And talks about how Raya doesn't love her man.
Don't be a pick-me, Lisa.
It's just so bad.
Go after other women like this.
No, it's so gross.
I don't think this show was a good idea for you.
No, not at all.
I think everything was a bad choice here.
Yeah, the worst choices.
Yep.
So, Lisa.
This show isn't going to bring out the best in anybody.
No, not at all.
All right, Lisa.
So Lisa pushes Brian's face.
What?
She, like, puts her whole palm, like, on his face and, like, pushes it.
Okay.
It's not a slap.
No.
It's a weird face push.
Okay.
And then she walks out of the restaurant.
Okay. Weird face push.
Yeah.
Weird face push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside, she says that she's going home, that Raya is easy.
Don't be a woman hater,
It's
Lisa.
so
Come on.
nasty.
Your problem isn't with Raya.
No.
Don't be like that.
Your problem is, like, with Brian and yourself.
Yep.
Like,
Lisa, you are fucking drop dead gorgeous. Don't be a pick-me.
right?
Have some confidence.
She's also like, oh, she doesn't challenge you, Brian. You can't learn anything from her. It's so weird.
Okay. All right. Lisa, come on. I think you're so beautiful. Don't get ugly on me.
Right? Yeah.
All right.
She walks away saying, like, we're done. Like, they're completely, like, broken up. They're not getting back together after this and everything.
Sure.
But they also continue shouting across the parking lot.
I don't understand.
It's
these
wild.
people. Okay.
So Brian goes back inside, and without Lisa, the cast finally has a conversation that I have been wanting these casts to talk about, is about how no one should be offended that someone is talking to their partner, and that this is a weird thing.
Yeah.
This is a weird thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And they acknowledge that. And
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that.
Thank you for acknowledging how fucking
Finally.
weird this is. Dear God.
Seriously.
All right.
So they're having this conversation, and then Brian and Trey walk off.
Uh-huh.
Brian seems to go outside probably to cool down a little bit more, gather himself. And Trey just kind of stands there, and Raya comes up and hugs Trey. After that, Raya walks off and talks about how she's tired of being upset, she's not good enough for him, and that things are so easy with Brian.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's weird.
These people turn on a fucking dime.
Seriously, I don't...
Right?
Scary.
Yep.
If, obviously I'm married, but if he were to be like, we're going on the ultimatum, I'd be like, we can just break up now. Like, that's
Yeah,
good.
like, do we have to prolong the pain?
Right, yeah. Air out our dirty laundry on Netflix.
International platforms.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So, we are shown a week of dates, and I only wrote down the things I felt are important.
Fair.
So, James's dad died when he was really young.
Aw.
So he was pretty much just raised by his mom, who was a trucker, which is badass.
Hell yeah, James's mom. But that means she's away from home a lot, which
Like
is hard.
80 to 90 hours a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, she's doing that to support her family.
Mm-hmm.
We stan a boss bitch.
Yes, yeah.
But that's also hard.
My grandma was a truck driver, fun fact.
Nice. My grandpa was.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So James starts crying, and he's like, we're not going to do this. But Raya is, like, very nice and very reassuring about everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was sweet.
Nice.
Brian and Raya go on a date, and Brian feels very heard by Raya.
Mm-hmm.
This is also when we find out that Raya, so I misspelled this word. Raya was pregnant.
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 Pregnant is what I literally
Gregart.
wrote.
Yeah.
So she was pregnant.
Sex while pergert. Hurt baby top of his head. Sorry. We're fine.
What is a Luigi board? It's
Okay, we are
so iconic.
These are
Pause this
ancient.
podcast. If you don't know this, pause this. Go
learn your meme history.
Yes, and then come back.
Just
And you
search
can laugh with
Pregart
us.
and
Pregart.
you'll get it. Anyway,
Anyway, okay. So
fucking ancient internet shit we're referencing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're old.
we're old.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So Raya was pregnant 2 years ago, but never heard a heartbeat.
Oh, that's so hard.
And she feels like kind of because of that, she's okay with, like, having kids tomorrow.
Sure.
So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Lisa and Trey go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa doesn't like that she enjoys their dates. She, like, feels like that's not okay, basically.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't want to be here on this show.
Yeah.
Because, she doesn't want him to date. She doesn't want to date.
Mm-hmm.
She feels bad that she is, but it's like, this is what you signed up for.
Right, yeah.
You're an adult. Why did you sign up for this if you... Okay.
Honey.
Okay.
Trey then talks about how the more he talks to other people, the more he thinks he has more in common with those other people than he does with Raya.
Mm.
So then we see a date between Trey and Ryan, and Trey asks Ryan if she likes him, and she's like, yes, I do like you.
So my thing, and this is as someone who, like, had bad experiences when I was younger, like, dating.
Uh-huh.
Well, first of all, I was dating guys, which turns out, no, not what I want.
Yeah.
But they were also, I was young and they were young, and so everything was immature. But one thing, they would, quote unquote, fall in love with me real fucking fast. And it's like, you have seen exactly one facet of my personality. You have seen my friendly, bubbly, almost customer service face that I give to the world first. Like, yeah, it's easy to feel like a new person in your life is like, oh, wow, you're so easy to, I feel so welcomed by you and everything. You don't know this person.
Fair.
Like, yeah, they can still be nice people, but you're just seeing the first surface level.
Fair. I guess I did kind of word this wrong. Basically, Trey is like, I'm very interested in you, and I'm just not sure if you, like, feel the same way.
Okay.
So, and Ryan is like, no, I do feel the same way.
Okay.
Then Ryan talks about how she doesn't cry very much, and how she doesn't express those feelings well. Yeah.
Ghost of Christmas past. Ghost of Christmas past. I was
doing
a lot
little,
like she did an interpretive dance while I sang.
It was a variation on the Radish Spirit dance from Spirited Away.
Yep.
I just wasn't doing the bounce.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I used to be like Ryan there.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
When you have trauma about certain things, you think you have to keep everything in.
Yeah.
And it's hard to
unlearn that.
Yes.
And when you first do, it's fucking floodgates. Anyway.
It's fun. So Ryan compliments Trey. And he's, like, very surprised by it. He's like, I like, just don't get told that, like, Ryan is like, oh, like, you are very handsome and you dress really well, and I appreciate that. And Trey is like, oh, like, nobody tells me that.
Oh, compliment your partners, guys.
Right.
No matter how long you've been together.
Yeah.
Tell them what you like about them.
Right. Isaac always tells me I'm cool, and I'm like, you're cool too. Shut up. Okay, let's try to get through the choice.
Dun dun.
So, Lisa and Brian are noticeably absent.
Okay.
From the choice dinner.
Okay.
This is because, do you want to take a guess?
Did they opt out?
Do you want to know why they opted out?
Lisa couldn't do it?
Lisa's pregnant. Yeah. She took a pregnancy test that morning and it was positive.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yep.
So.
Never mind.
Yep.
Go do something healthier.
Yep.
And also maybe, and maybe I'm making excuses for her because I think she's pretty. But maybe that's part of why she was freaking out so much. Hormones be wild,
honestly.
Guys. Like, they're no fucking joke.
Right. One of the guys.
Riding a fucking dragon.
I think Antonio maybe, it's one of the white guys, makes a comment about how, oh, maybe Lisa knew and that's why she came on here to, like, try to, accelerate it. Which I think is, it's gross.
No, I don't think so.
No.
But I think this was an eye-opening experience for them.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm glad they left.
Yes,
It seemed bad.
Their situation changed.
Yes.
Drastically.
Very drastically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we see when Lisa tells Brian, and they're both very excited about this, but they agree that they still have to work on their issues. Like,
yeah.
Literally, Lisa is like, a kid is not going to fix this.
Okay, thank you.
And Brian is like, yeah, no.
I'm glad that people are more and more, like, realizing that.
Seriously.
Kids will make your relationships harder before they make them easier.
I think a lot of people in our, like,
generation
age range, generation, had a lot of parents that stayed together for the kids, and that just fucks the kids up even more.
Yep. Divorce.
Please.
Divorce and be happy.
Yes.
Rather than miserable and together and making your kid avoid you while you're fighting.
Right, yeah.
Can you tell I was in that situation? Anyway.
Hey.
Anyway.
So the way that I did this is the people who chose each other are, like, on top of each other.
Yeah.
So Trey chose Ryan, Antonio chose Kat, James and Raya chose each other, Roxanne and Alex chose each other. And I mean, they all chose each other like that. So Kat, when Alex is like, I think he's, like, doing a little spiel, a little lead up to who he's going to pick. And he says something about how, like, there's some personality differences. And Kat is like, I didn't know there were personality issues between us. It's very awkward.
Oh.
Then another time, James, like, turns to Trey. They're sitting next to each other. And is like, I'm going to tell this to Trey. Like, I want to have a conversation with Trey real quick, basically. But, like, in front of everybody, it's weird. And says, like, you and I are switching partners. Like,
yeah,
so.
They are.
Yeah. He's like, we're basically switching partners, and we need to acknowledge that. And then that's kind of weird. And everybody is lacking in the relationship somewhere. But because of this experience, we're going to benefit from it.
Okay. Optimistic little guy.
Right, yeah. After the choice, we see Kat is, like, a little scared that this is going to backfire on her.
No.
And then James had a very emotional time at the, like, choice get-together.
Okay.
This is also when we learn that Roxanne and Antonio have been on and off for their relationship.
The two most dead-eyed couple. Guys, let each other go.
Seriously.
I understand clinging to the familiar. It's so much better once you let the shitty familiar go and find what will someday be your better new familiar.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Roxanne also says that Antonio would like to sit and game all day. And she looks at this as a negative thing.
Okay. I mean, I play video games not as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But also, they're additionally a form of escapism.
Yes.
So if you're miserable, you play them more.
Exactly.
Because fuck real life. Just like
foreshadowing. Anyway.
All right. Because just like books or
fairly
movies.
good foreshadowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just like books or movies, you can escape into them, and if you're spending all your time escaping, it means something's not quite right.
Yeah.
Okay.
James goes for a run this first night, like
Quote,
right before they go
unquote.
to bed.
Okay.
But
you did finger quotations.
Yep. Because what he does is he walks out to the patio and he calls a friend and is talking to this friend about, like, how weird this situation is. And that hearing other guys talk about Ryan and how Ryan talked about Trey, like, makes him really sad and, like, upset and scared of losing Ryan.
Yeah. I wonder why he felt the need to lie about going to
Yeah, it's a little
call.
weird. Yeah.
That seeing parallels with my own life on occasion.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would often feel that the instinct to lie about mundane, harmless things because it made things easier or made someone volatile less reactive if I said I was doing one benign thing instead of a different benign thing.
Totally.
Both were harmless. Like, I wasn't lying because I was doing anything bad. I just felt like I had to cover something to make someone's unpredictable reactions more predictable.
Totally, yeah. And I mean, like, also, like, I mean, they've known each other for like a week.
Right.
So,
yeah.
You know, and
I mean, I still think it's okay to be like, hey, I just got to step out for a minute.
Yeah, totally.
Like, you don't have to say you're making a phone call, but, like, lying about what?
He does say he's like, I need to go for a run and, like, clear my head.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's still a little
I'm going to step out.
Yeah. I'm just going to dip for a second. I'm going to dip out.
When I dip, you dip, we dip. Anyway. Sorry.
Okay. So, after that first night, we see some days with people. James and Raya do start to get a little flirty. Okay. They have these, like, deck of cards that's, like, personal questions. And one of them is, like, do you like your eyes open or closed in the bedroom? And she's like, closed. I don't want to see anything. And I'm like, what? How are you doing anything?
Well, I mean, look, dicks aren't attractive. Even the straightest woman in the world doesn't want to see that shit. She just wants to get it in as fast as possible so she doesn't have to look at that.
Yeah.
Guys, this is why we don't want your dick pics.
But it's weird to just, like, completely have your eyes closed. It's weird.
All right. My answer would just be, I don't want to have sex, the end.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Okay. So Trey and Ryan have this cute little ice cream wine date.
Aww.
It's adorable. Antonio talks about how he was high for like 6 years straight and only living for the good feelings.
Yikes.
So,
okay, I feel like Antonio needs to be single for a while.
Yeah, probably.
And figure out himself.
But, you know, gaming all day is definitely a better alternative to being high for 6 years.
Yes. But also, just living for escapism ain't living, guys.
Yeah, no, not at all.
All right.
Yeah, and no, again, he's, like, newer into his career.
Yeah.
Like, he's just got some stuff to figure out.
Yeah. You could probably use a support system.
That's true. That's very true.
Make friends outside of your couple. Anyway.
It's a good thing.
Yep.
Okay. Trey appreciates that Ryan takes the time to, like, understand him and, like, listen to him and is grateful that she shares her emotions with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It is.
Maybe it'll be good in making him recognize what he needs out of a relationship or what he hasn't asked for that maybe he should.
Right, yeah. It's so weird to me because, like, the things that Trey says to Ryan and then the things that Raya says about Trey are very weird and opposite. Because he wants this, like, deep connection with somebody. But Raya is like, oh, he's not romantic enough. And it just felt very, to me, like Raya wants all of the attention on her and not
to share a mutual attention.
Yeah. It's weird.
Okay. Yeah, there's a disconnect there.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
We're going to stay on Ryan and Trey for a second, even though that's not the order. They're on a boat.
And going fast and... Anyway.
They have a nautical-themed Pashmina Afghan, yes. So Trey admits that he is developing feelings for Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fast, but okay.
Yeah.
I feel like people are quick to give crushes more validity than they deserve.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Well, and when, you know, you've been with somebody for
years.
2 years. Yeah. And not been getting something, and then you are suddenly thrust into living with this other person who gives you that. Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, a crush is still A crush.
Yeah.
It's surface level. It's fleeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It takes a lot more to develop a relationship and love.
Exactly.
Don't give your crushes too much validity, guys.
No. So Raya is frustrated with James because he's not giving her physical affection anymore. But she keeps it. He's like, I hugged you yesterday. Like, we held hands. Like, it kind of feels weird to hold hands while we're, like, having this conversation. And she's like, that's not enough. And he's like, okay, then what exactly do you want?
Yeah.
And she's like, I want more. And he's like, okay, so do you want to have sex? And she's like, no, that's not what I want.
Okay, explain.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
No,
Raya.
it makes no sense whatsoever.
Do you want spooning? Like, what are you after
Right,
here?
yeah. So they're
Use your words.
trying to figure this out. And James is like, okay, it sounds like you want to have sex, and I'm not going to do that because I've cheated on Ryan before, and it was the worst year of my life. Yeah. That comes out.
Wow. Well, that's shockingly, or not shockingly, depending on your perspective, common among high school sweethearts.
Right, yeah.
Because they didn't ever spread their wings.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yep.
Literally, Ryan several times is like, yeah, James is the only person I've ever dated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, all right.
It's a big yikes. And that's episodes 1 through 4.
Okay. Well, damn, that was a bombshell at the end there.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. I guess we'll be back with more of this
shit.
hell
Uh-huh.
next week.
Uh-huh.
Oh, not next week.
No, next week.
We are taking next week off. Thanks, you guys, for your patience. Your girl will be out of the state being in a wedding. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you. Special shout out to our patrons, Emma, Florence, and Meg. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone for listening. And we will see you all in 2 weeks.
Bye.